So the Kansas City Chiefs, they're in the driver's seat. They're knocking on the door. They're knocking on the door for a three-peat. They're in the driver's seat. And I mean, in my opinion, they're in the best position I think I asked for. I mean, look, man. Yeah. A lot of people are scared of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. But when you look at Patrick Mahomes and, his playoff dominance against Buffalo, it's like Buffalo could just never get it done, man. Like, I know Buffalo, they're due for one, but we know what the Buffalo Bills are, man. They're a team that's just destined for heartbreak, and they never see nice things. So let's be all real here, man. I can't imagine. Honestly, as a Chiefs fan, I can't even imagine seeing the Buffalo Bills go to the Super Bowl. And that's all that you need to know. I mean, it sounds like a worst nightmare. So if it does happen, I might not post for the rest of the year. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not complaining about that, but damn, it's going to be hard for me to post. But I just don't see how the Bills do it. Now, this is not going to just be an opinion-based video. So let's dive into some facts, and let's dive into some reasons why the Chiefs have a strong chance to three-peat. So Travis Kelce's postseason dominance makes the Kansas City Chiefs' chance at a three-peat even more realistic. There's been no signs of decline for Travis Kelce in the playoffs. He has a 90.7 PFF receiving grade, which ranks second among 74 qualifying players over the last three playoffs. It's been some elite production in the playoffs by Travis Kelce. Kelce's 2.53 receiving yards per route run in the playoffs since 2022 matches Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson's in the regular season. So obviously Travis Kelce is an absolute monster, and he's literally showing that every game in the playoffs. Now, Kelce has been written off by many of people during the regular season, man. I mean, a lot of people said wash and all that. Kelce's the same. But then he went back to his best during the divisional round matchup against the Houston Texans. He earned a 91.1 PFF receiving grade, and that led all players this past weekend. He recorded 7 receptions for 117 receiving yards and a touchdown, highlighting once again how he is on another level compared to all other tight ends in the playoffs. Since Pat Mahomes took over as the Chiefs starting quarterback in 2018, Kelce has 1,727 receiving yards in the playoffs, and Tyreek Hill is the only other player to also earn more than 1,000, but he has 1,098. And Kelce also caught 19 touchdowns in the playoffs since 2018, while no other player has more than 6. Jesus Christ. Travis Kelce is an absolute monster, and him playing is good is a problem for the rest of the NFL teams that's in the playoffs, man, because him doing this and him showing up with his A game every week in his playoffs could change everything for the Chiefs three-peating, because Kelce showing up is when the Chiefs play their best. It's absolutely insane. So if Travis Kelce can bring his A game twice more this season, then obviously the Chiefs have a big chance at that historic three-peat that they've been pursuing. So most sports has had a three-peat, obviously except for the NFL, right? So basketball has had a three-peat, obviously twice. That's Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Los Angeles Lakers, who won NBA championships in 2000, 2001, and 2002. That was the most recent three-peat in American professional sports, actually. And obviously the Chicago Bulls, which, they have the most notorious three-peat, winning 3 straight titles from 1991 to 1993, and then again from 1996 to 1998, which was, 2 three-peats. So obviously, this is something I've been saying. I said that Patrick Mahomes is going to three-peat this time. Then we might have a little drop-off, and then Patrick Mahomes will be back for another three-peat, cementing himself as the Michael Jordan of the NFL. That's my opinion. But, not all of us are going to have the same opinion. The Boston Celtics won 8 straight championships from 1959 to 1966. Now, the WNBA has never had a three-peat, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to say obviously. I'm sorry, y'all. Please don't cancel me for that. I didn't mean that. But, that just doesn't sound right in the WNBA. But the Las Vegas Aces had a chance. They had a chance to three-peat, but they lost in the semifinals. The MLB has had 4 three-peats. 3 of them have been by the New York Yankees, which that's my home team, because I am from New York, y'all. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I am from New York, but I am a very big Chiefs fan. But, yeah. and then the Oakland Athletics somehow had a three-peat before. And then three teams that have three-peated in the NHL was the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens, each doing so twice. And then the New York Islanders, who I don't like, even though I'm in New York, I like the Rangers. And yeah, man, so the NFL has never had a three-peat, but the NBA, and the WNBA actually has had a three-peat. The Houston Comets, whatever that is. And then the New York Yankees and the Oakland Athletics is MLB. Then NHL, college basketball had a three-peat. 1996 through 1973, that's more than a three-peat. And yeah. So every sport has had a three-peat except for the NFL. So y'all can say that the Bills are due for a win, but you also have to say that the NFL is due for a three-peat. I'm pretty sure that's something that, I'm not going to say it's rigged, but Roger Goodell is aware of. And, I mean, the NFL needs a three-peat. The NFL needs a three-peat. And that's what that is. Now, I hope a lot of people didn't click off this video because of me bringing up the NBA and all that. But I'm just trying to give y'all the odds and the chances of us three-peating and how much has been done in other sports that we can kind of compare it to this sport. Yeah, man. A lot of people say that the chances of three-peating is 1 in 1,231, and it's a miracle. It's not a miracle, man. It's not a miracle. I don't know what people are talking about. I mean, how is this a miracle, bro? Like, we could literally just beat the Bills and then beat whoever we see in the Super Bowl. How is it a miracle? What's wrong with people? How could you say it's a miracle? I'm not trying to sit here and rage and get mad, but honestly, how could you even say it's a miracle, man? I think the Chiefs are doing it. I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes knows what's at stake, and that's the next thing we're going to get into. Like I continue to say, man, I mean, the Chiefs are a very good football team, and I mean, everybody knows this. Some people don't want to admit it. Some people hate the fact that they are a very good football team, but everybody knows this, The Kansas City Chiefs are looking for their third Super Bowl win in a row. Everybody knows that as well. And obviously, literally since we won the Super Bowl last year, this whole three-peat thing has started, And we've had a unique season. I mean, I guess we looked weak, quote-unquote, weaker than any past version of ourselves. But that's actually hilarious because literally last year, we looked way worse than this, but for some reason, people keep forgetting that. I have no idea why. But like I said, man, the Chiefs have won the last two Super Bowls, They won Super Bowl LIV in Miami 3 years before the first consecutive win in 2023. And they have played in 4 of the last 5. 2020, the Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers. In the Super Bowl 2021, we lost to Tom Brady because we was injured and the receivers, I don't know what the hell, couldn't catch a pass to save their lives. 2022, we didn't make the Super Bowl because of a second half collapse by I don't know what the hell was going on in that game. In 2023, we beat the Philadelphia Eagles. 2024, we beat the San Francisco 49ers. But either way, man, it's just an insane run that the Kansas City Chiefs are on. And something that they just haven't done yet is win 3 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, they've done a lot of things. They've broken a lot of history. They've made a lot of history. And that's why I said Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs all know what's at stake right now. And they know that if they do this, they could cement themselves as the greatest team of all time. And that's in any sports. And not only that, Patrick Mahomes could cement himself as the greatest of all time over Tom Brady already. And the thing about that is that nobody has ever done it. And all the teams, only a few teams had a chance. It was 8 teams that had a chance to even three-peat. And 3 of them missed the whole playoffs entirely or whatever. And, a lot of them got bounced in the divisional or the AFC championship. No team in the NFL no team in NFL history searching for 3 titles in a row has even made the Super Bowl. So obviously the Chiefs are going to make history if they just do that. But we know who the Chiefs are. Even when history is against them, they still win. The Kansas City Chiefs could do something that would likely never be achieved again. And if I had to pick a team to do it, it will be this Kansas City Chiefs team, man. It will be this Kansas City Chiefs team. It all starts against the Buffalo Bills. The run truly begins now. And man, the Chiefs are getting close. The Chiefs are getting close. And there's a few guys that will literally put their all into that AFC Championship game because Kareem Hunt, Hollywood Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins all have never won Super Bowls in their lives. So I could see them literally putting their all into it. Another thing is Travis Kelce could literally retire if the Chiefs pull off the three-peat. So that's another reason why the Chiefs will want to go out with a three-peat, because it's a fact that Travis Kelce is thinking about retirement, and it could happen. I know. I keep hearing the same thing, Yeah, man. History is not on our side. I know, man. I mean, everyone's aware of that, History is not on the Kansas City Chiefs side. Absolutely. That's 100% true. History is not on our side, It just starts with beating the Bills. It literally just starts with beating the Bills. Like, I'm just going to say that's exactly what it starts with, We have to get past them. That's just the truth. We got to get past the Buffalo Bills. And like I said, man, we have the advantage over the Bills, man. Like, we just have the advantage. We have their number, Patrick Mahomes been saying since last year that we will three-peat. That's literally what he's been saying since last year. I mean, Patrick Mahomes usually keeps promises for us, right? So we're going to need some players to step up, though. If we want a three-peat, we're going to need some players to step up, man. I mean, Kelce obviously was the king of last game. He absolutely took over. But I want to see some players step up. I want to see Isaiah Pacheco step up. I mean, in our back-to-back, our years of winning back-to-back Super Bowls, Pacheco, he was a key component of the Chiefs' offense. He met and he exceeded all expectations after being selected late in the 2022 NFL Draft. Obviously, this injury kind of messed him up. I mean, he missed 10 regular season games. He suffered a fractured fibula in Week 2 against the Bengals. And his stats, his production has been limited. In the victory over the Texans, Pacheco struggled to get the run game going. But that could be due to Joe Thuney being at the left tackle spot. And it's probably hard for Pacheco to refine his groove like that. But the Chiefs have to establish a balanced attack. They have to establish a balanced attack because we don't want the offense to get worn out quick. And another key player who will need to step up for the Chiefs is obviously DeAndre Hopkins, man. Like, we know what DeAndre Hopkins can do. We know how good DeAndre Hopkins is. Against Houston, Hopkins was held in check. I mean, he didn't record a single catch. He was targeted once, but obviously Andy Reid should play him more. Hopefully this is the game that Andy Reid is unleashing DeAndre Hopkins for. But, like, it would be beneficial for the Chiefs offense if Hopkins could get involved early and take advantage of the opportunities that come his way. Especially with Buffalo likely to provide heavy coverage on Kelce after this Texans game. So other guys are going to have to step up. Now, obviously, George Karlaftis was very good against the Texans, but I want to see him step up again because they're going to have to literally be – everybody in the D-line's got to be ready against a guy like Josh Allen. I mean, we know who Josh Allen is. We know what Josh Allen could do. We know that Josh Allen could run. We know that he could get time in the pocket. But honestly, man, I think the Chiefs would three-peat, and anybody that's on their way, Cancun on 3. You get what I mean? Cancun on 3. If you're on our way, you're going to Cancun, bro. It's happening. Travis Kelce might retire after this. Spags might become a head coach. I mean, Matt Nagy, we don't really care about him, but Spags might become a head coach. He might go somewhere. If the Chiefs three-peat, I would get a Chiefs tattoo. We're going to bookmark this from now. If the Chiefs three-peat, I will get a Chiefs tattoo. Mark my words, y'all. I repeat. If the Chiefs three-peat, I will get a Chiefs tattoo. So, yeah, man, I got to mark my words on that one. Yeah, if the Chiefs three-peat, I'll definitely get a tattoo. I don't know, like, how I would make the tattoo look, but I know for sure that I'll do the tattoo, and I don't know where I'll put it because I already have a whole bunch of tattoos. I don't know, but we'll figure that all out. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a lot of things that factor into why they would 3P. I mean, Patrick Mahomes hasn't turned the ball over in what 8 games or something like that. The Chiefs in general hasn't turned the ball over in 8 games. So if we play a clean game, that's obviously a big, that's a big way to beat the Bills. I mean, the Ravens have 4 turnovers and they only lost by 2 points off of a Mark Andrews rare drop, and then the Ravens literally didn't punt the whole game. So the Bills defense is definitely suspect. The Bills defense is not good this year. It's a pretty weak unit. When they played good teams, they have been exploited. So I'm definitely not a believer in this Bills defense. Now I am a slight believer in the Bills offense. I do believe that they actually have a good offense, which is the sad truth. But I'm not a believer in their weapons outside of Khalil Shakir and James Cook. I think if we, get a game plan to limit those dudes, then we will win the game. Stop Josh Allen from making big plays with his feet. Stop Josh Allen from, converting on third and longs. If we stop all those things, man, and we stop, just the basics, man, we will win this game. And I just believe that the Chiefs are ready. They're not going to let us down. And then you got to factor in that the Bills, all the pressure is really on the Bills. The Chiefs don't care about this 3P. They care about it, but they're not thinking like that. They're not thinking, bro, we have to 3P. They're thinking about, let's win these games one by one, So all the pressure's on the Bills. The pressure's on Josh Allen. Josh Allen can't afford to lose this game, all that type of good stuff. So it might affect him. And then he has to come at Arrowhead, where it's really hard to play in Arrowhead. And the Chiefs, Arrowhead is going to be rocking. With a chance to 3P, yeah, Arrowhead is going to be rocking. So I just don't see too many ways how the Bills win this game unless Josh Allen plays an unreal game, a turnover-free game, no mistakes. He scores on every drive. That's how the Bills will win, but that's just not a reality for the Buffalo Bills. So you just got to give me the Kansas City Chiefs on this one, and I'll be one step closer towards a 3P. And then we're in the Super Bowl where it's really here now. It's 3P or nothing. When it comes to all them things about, the Bills beating the Chiefs or whatever, and, the Bills defense going to get pressure. Nah, man, this Bills defense is very overrated. This Bills defense is very overrated, man. A lot of people don't realize it, but I do. This Bills defense doesn't move me. They're not the Texans defense. The Texans defense was a true test. Their defense was a really tough team to play. Let's just get into the reasons why I say the Bills defense is overrated. So obviously, Reed and Mahomes, they're going to be literally having a field day when they see the film. The Bills defense just isn't as good as Houston. They don't have a Stingley or Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter type of player. I don't understand what we was up against this Texas defense. Their defense was not a walk in the park. Y'all barely won against the Texans. Bro, that defense was tough, dude. That's one of the greatest defenses the Chiefs have ever played in the playoffs. And McDermott defense against the Chiefs should be the concern right here, because McDermott always chokes against the Chiefs. I mean, the defense always chokes against the Chiefs, The Bills, they had a lot of lapses in coverage versus the Ravens, and the Bills didn't get that much pressure. The Bills didn't get that much pressure at all. I'm telling y'all, man, the Bills did not get that much pressure. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think, bro, because I know what I think, Like, I know what I think. The Bills defense is very mediocre. The Bills defense is mid, and it's not going to be enough for a playoff team, a Chiefs playoff team that's literally putting their all into, a 3P and putting their all into doing what they got to do this playoffs. And especially if the Bills are missing some guys on defense, that's going to make it even worse. The Bills always have bad luck against us. and then people always get injured when they're about to play us in the playoffs. But hopefully there's no injuries this year, so we can beat the Bills fair and square, and then the Bills won't really have a excuse. Allen is 0-3 versus Mahomes in the playoffs. Another loss makes it 0-4. The 4 falls of Buffalo was when the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. And remember, last year was that third Buffalo loss with the wide right field goal miss, and now this year will be the 4th loss, where it's officially going to be the 4 falls of Buffalo. So if you enjoyed this video, man, it's been your boy Cheese Fire. You already got my man. Peace. Like and subscribe for more content. I'm going to be posting videos like this for the rest of the month. Peace.